got the bike all set up, loaded up, ready to go. Just waiting for my buddy to arrive, and we'll be heading up the island as far as Nanaimo, across on the ferry to North Vancouver, and then up to the Pemberton area north of Whistler. A couple of nights there, and then back down for 3 nights on the Sunshine Coast. Weather is looking promising, so should be a good trip. And here's our lovely campsite, Nairn Falls Provincial Park, along the Green River, just outside Pemberton, British Columbia. Just taking a little walk down to the river, check it out. I think it's going to be a beautiful sight. Just a beautiful green color. Good morning. Welcome to our first morning at Nairn Falls Provincial Park. Beautiful morning. Got my water going for my coffee. You can hear the birds chirping, the river flowing in the background. It's going to be a nice day. We'll go for a little ride on the bikes today and take it from there. So we're just leaving our campsite. Going to go for a little ride today out to Lillooet, which is about 100 kilometers from here. So as you can see, we're in a very mountainous area here. Huge mountain in front of us. And we're just approaching the town of Pemberton. So we're starting to get into some twisty roads here on our way to Lillooet. So we're climbing up a pretty good hill right now, and we're approaching the Joffrey Lakes recreation area. Very popular spot for day use and camping. So busy actually that you have to get a pass even for day use to get in. And there's the entrance to Joffrey Lakes, 400 meters. There's one parking lot on our left and some hiking trails. And looks like everybody's going in there except us. So I finally had an opportunity to pass, and looks like my buddy got by the guy too, so finally got a bit of open road ahead of us. Yes, Marv is definitely behind me, so that's good. It's nice to stay together. Enjoy these nice twisty roads. Just over to our left here is Duffy Lake, which is what this road is named after, Duffy Lake Road. Also Highway 99. And we're coming up to a nice, probably have a good look at it here, a nice U-turn, switchback, going down the hill. 20-kilometer speed limit, which I'm sure is what these trailers will do. So we just had lunch in Lillooet, and we're heading back towards our campground at Nairn Falls. So another 100 kilometers back. my buddy Marv got past a few vehicles, and it took me a couple of minutes to get past those same vehicles. So consequently, I will probably not see him again. So I'll just enjoy the ride, enjoy the scenery. Enjoy the solitude of the road. Look at that view. I think I'll have a little pull over and check this one out. So here we are, just returning to our campground. Well, I am. I think Marv has been back for a while. He got quite a ways ahead of me. I did catch up to him at one point, but there was a few vehicles between us. And again, he got past them and I didn't. So here we are. Just below the falls here. On the menu tonight, biscuits and seafood chowder. Delicious. Meave, how about you?
I'm having Squamish ramen, which is namely capellini, smoked oyster, red pepper flake, chef's kiss.
Beautiful. Biscuits
A la
in progress. So while I got the biscuits on the go, I'll be opening up my canned goods. Mixed veggies, cream celery soup. Uh-oh, disaster down the other end.
Dinner is served.
Noodles and what?
Smoked oysters.
Smoked oysters.
Red pepper flakes.
Red pepper flakes.
I would pay $23 for this at a restaurant, so.
Biscuits are done. Starting to heat up the chowder. Adding the shrimp. Crab meat.
Whoa. Whoa.
There we have it, folks. Seeing is believing. Seafood chowder and scratch biscuits. Beautiful. So today we're heading back the direction we came from North Vancouver. So heading to North Vancouver, and then we'll be taking another ferry to the Sunshine Coast, which is actually part of the mainland of British Columbia, but only accessible by a ferry from North Vancouver. And we'll spend our next 3 nights there, exploring the area, and then heading home in a few days. So we're on our way back to the ferry in North Vancouver. Right now we're just approaching Whistler. It's a huge destination for skiing in the winter and mountain biking, hiking, etc. in the summer months. So just about set here to get onto the ferry to Langdale, Sunshine Coast, Gibson's, Seashell, Fall River. So we're riding along Highway 101 between Gibson's and Seashell on the Sunshine Coast. And just before we get into Seashell, we'll be turning off this highway. So we're just heading up this nice back road. I think we're about a half a kilometer away from the campsite. And here we are, Porpoise Bay Provincial Park. Here we are, right here, 34. Tonight's dinner, a nice little beef stir fry. So some shaved beef, zucchini, peppers, onions, bean sprouts, broccoli, and mushrooms. I think I said mushrooms. Just about ready to go. Can't wait. So here I am, approaching the beach at our campground here, the Porpoise Bay Provincial Park. This is a nice day use area, lots of picnic tables, big field for playing, and we'll go down to the beach. So it was our first full day here on the Sunshine Coast. Just doing a quick trip back into Gibson's, which is a little town we came through on the way to the campsite. Check it out, have a coffee, maybe a bit of lunch. And here we are, entering. This part of the town is actually called Gibson's Landing. So it's kind of the older part of town, pretty funky little place. Walking down towards the marina and the famous Molly's Reach. Down at the harbor in Gibson's Landing, an oyster bar, a Mexican restaurant, and here's the harbor. Sliders and beer, what can be better?
Two words. Delicious. The bao is so good, nice and soft and delicious bow. There's a nice sriracha kind of mayo aioli going on in there, which cuts the deep fried oyster mushrooms. Very, very nice. Very, very nice dish. Highly recommended. And I'll show you how to eat it.
Beautiful. Now what do you have
That's
to
actually
say?
how not to eat it.
Left Seashelt, and we're heading towards another ferry at a place called Earl's Cove, and that will take us over to Saltery Bay, which is just outside Powell River. We'll be camping at Saltery Bay for tonight.
That is just sweet riding. I can't believe nobody's ever mentioned it. Nobody ever talks about it.
It was very nice. It was very, very nice.
And I want to do over because now I know the road.
Do over. Do over.
No, that's worth coming here for.
So we've just left Earl's Cove on the ferry, headed for Saltery Bay. This is Mermaid Cove at the Saltery Bay Provincial Park campground. What a beautiful spot. Nice camp setup at Saltery Bay. Well, good morning. Today is our final day here. Just sitting down for my last breakfast. Nice pot of oatmeal. Marva's still sleeping, so I expect he'll be up soon. It's just after 7 a.m. We're heading for the ferry for, well, planning on leaving here at about 10, so we got some time. And it's been a great trip. Looks like another nice day ahead of us for travel, and hopefully, being a long weekend, we don't have any issues with getting on the ferry this morning in Powell River. So we'll see you on the road. So we're in the city of Powell River now, just riding along the waterfront. 2.5 to 3 hour ride home to Victoria. First bite. Chowder and biscuit. Oh yeah. You never had it so good.